Dear applicant, thank you for submitting an application for graduate scholarships and awards at the University of Calgary. In this video, I will explain how to complete the self-calculated GPA task. In order to complete this task, you will need to download a copy of the GPA calculator worksheet. If the funding program you are applying to requires you to complete this task, you'll be asked to calculate your cumulative GPA when you reach the GPA calculation section of the Online Preliminary Application Form, PAF, GAC, or IGA application forms. Please click the GPA calculator worksheet link in the question to download the worksheet. There is also a link here to written instructions for how to complete this task. The web page includes the worksheet, written instructions, video, and FAQ. Please complete your calculation for the last 2 years of full-time studies, a minimum of 60 units of graded coursework. If the time period includes courses for multiple degrees, please calculate the grades for each degree separately. If you are completing your calculation for an undergraduate degree from a North American institution that uses a 3-credit weighting scale, like the example here, you need to calculate the GPA for the last 60 units of graded coursework. If you reach that 60-unit total in the middle of a term, please include all of the courses from that term. Your calculation may have more than 60 units, but cannot have less. We will look at this example transcript further shortly. If you are completing your calculation for an undergraduate degree from a North American institution using a 0.51 unit weighting scale, like the example here, you need to calculate the GPA for the last 10 units of graded coursework. If you reach that 10-unit total in the middle of a term, include all of the courses from that term. Your calculation may have more than 10 units, but cannot have less. If you are completing your GPA calculation on an undergraduate degree from outside of North America, or that uses a different weighting scale, include the graded courses taken in the second half of the degree, generally the last 2 years. The sample transcript you are seeing now is from the University of Engineering and Technology. This individual started their Bachelor of Science degree in fall 2018 and completed in spring 2022. The last 2 years of full-time graded coursework is from fall 2020 to spring 2022. We would use the courses from these 2 years to complete the GPA calculation. If the transcript for your undergraduate degree does not indicate the order that your courses were taken, do a calculation on all courses for the degree. If you are completing your calculation on a graduate degree, please include all of the courses where a grade is received in your calculation. However, if a thesis course is listed on the transcript with a final grade, do not include this course. Here is the sample transcript showing a thesis course in the fall 2022, winter 2023, and summer 2023 terms. When you do the GPA calculation, do not include this type of course. Now, let's use a sample transcript to do the next steps in the GPA calculation process. Please open the GPA calculation worksheet that you had downloaded earlier. We will use the transcript on the right as an example. On the GPA calculation worksheet, you need to enter your legal name, which is the same as your application, degree name, and name of the university for which you are using the transcript. There is a link to the written instructions here. Let's start your calculation using the last course of the degree. Enter the term that the course was taken, in this example, winter 2023 under term. Enter the course name and code. In this example, Introduction to Physics/PHYC 1290 in the next column. In the letter grade column, enter the grade earned for the course, in this case, A-. If your grade is a numerical value, enter that value in the grade point column as well. If your grade is not a numerical value, refer to the school's grading scale to determine the value associated with your grade, and enter that value in the grade point column. From the grading scale in our example, we can see that an A- grade is equivalent to 3.7. We would enter 3.7 in the grade point column. In the credit hours column, enter the number of credit hours or units associated with the course, in this example 3. Please note that courses graded as pass should not be included in your GPA calculation. If you have any failed courses that you did not retake, you must include these grades in the GPA calculation. If you have retaken a course, only the retake grade should be included. Dalhousie University is a North American institution which uses a 3-credit scale. We will keep entering the courses until we have a total of 60 units. In our example, the last course of those 60 units is from the winter 2021 term. Enter all courses from the winter 2021 term. This means our calculation includes a total of 72 units. Next, we will enter the date range for the courses used in the calculation. If your institution uses semester names, please include semester name. For our example, we will enter winter 2021 to winter 2023. In the out of grading scale box, enter the highest value on the grading scale. For our example, this is 4.3. Based on the information that we have entered, the worksheet will calculate the cumulative GPA. In our example, this is 3.2. If your transcript or degree certificate indicate that your degree was awarded with any kind of class or standing, such as first division or second class, upper division, enter that standing in the final ranking box. If your transcript doesn't indicate this type of standing, enter the letter grade associated with the value calculated as the cumulative GPA. Since our example doesn't have any kind of standing, we would enter the grade associated with a 3.2 GPA, which from the grading scale would be AB. Now that your calculation is complete, save the file referring to the naming convention in the detailed instructions, then close it. We can go back to the GPA-specific question section of the online application and enter the degree, institution name, and value that we calculated, in this example, 3.2, into the answer boxes. You would also need to choose the grading scale for the next question. Since the highest possible grade in our example is 4.3, we would use this as our answer. If you are completing a preliminary application form, PAF, please upload the GPA calculation worksheet to your PAF application as a supporting document. If you are completing a GAC or IGA application through your Student Center, access the Student Center portal where you can upload your supporting documentation. This portal will include a to-do list of documents that need to be provided for your application. Please use the link to upload the worksheet to your application as a supporting document. You have now completed the self-calculated GPA task. If you have any questions about how to calculate your GPA, please contact your graduate program office or gsaward@ucalgary.ca.